unwillingly begins to tell the king the great tale of his troublesome travels. He explains that his first stop was at Ismaris, where him and his men stayed for greed until the Sicyones attacked them, leaving Odysseus with 6 less crewmen on each ship. He then tells of another horrid occurrence when Zeus's storm brought Odysseus' ship to the feet of the Lotus Eaters, where they all ate the fruit of the lotus and forgot all about going home. Odysseus was then forced to pry his men away from the island to return to their journey back to Ithaca. It is then that Odysseus and his men reach the land of the brutal one-eyed creature called the Cyclops. And once they get there, they begin to eat many wild goats upon the island.
Oh my god.
Yum, go!
Odysseus announces to his men,
Now me and my crew shall go upon the land and see if the strangers here are kind or cruel.
upon reaching the mainland, Odysseus took along with him a large sack of wine and his best men to explore the likes of what lived on the land. Quickly, they came upon a cave that was full of milk, cheese, and sheep. Though his crew urged Odysseus to grab some of the riches and return to the boat, he refused and decided to stay in hopes that the creature would offer gifts. It wasn't long before the creature returned back to his cave. The creature came out and asked,
Strangers, who are you? Where do you come from? Do you come for a good reason, or do you roam the seas to cause trouble?
As the creature spoke, it frightened the men, but Odysseus still made it a point to explain who they were. He calmly said,
We are from Troy, and on our way home, winds threw us off and we landed here. Thanks to Zeus. We beg you for your hospitality, as you know Zeus is friends to all strangers and helps them on their voyage.
Ruthlessly, the creature by the name of Polyphemus answered,
You must be stupid or not from around here. The Cyclops pays attention to no gods. I shall kill you. Where have you left your ship? Which shore is it at?
The Cyclops had tried to trick Odysseus, but he answered with cunning words and said,
Poseidon has wrecked our ship on the rocky shore, and only these men and I have survived.
To this, the Cyclops said nothing. Instead, he turned hostile and made a gruesome show of gobbling up one of Odysseus' men right then and there. Odysseus resists the urge of trying to kill the Cyclops, for he knew that he would be unable to move the large rock to escape the cave. Instead, he waited until the next morning, when the Cyclops would awake from his sleep. When the Cyclops awoke from his sleep, he finally left and closed the cave to tend to his sheep. It was then that Odysseus devised a plan to escape. While the Cyclops was gone, he had found, sharpened, and hardened a wooden staff with fire. It was when the Cyclops returned that the creature was offered a drink of wine, and Odysseus said,
Here, Cyclops, drink this wine as I offer it to you as a peace offering, but you are reckless. How do you expect any more guests when you have done such a thing to us?
And so the Cyclops willingly took the wine and drank it with pleasure. Asking for more, the Cyclops said,
Give me more, and tell me your name, for I will give you a gift.
3 times the Cyclops drank from the wine, and finally, when he had started to become intoxicated, Odysseus said,
You have asked me your name and I shall give it to you, as you have promised to give me a gift. My name is No Man.
Then it is No Man who I shall kill last.
It wasn't long until the Cyclops passed out from intoxication. Odysseus and his men then drove the steaming hot wooden staff into the Cyclops' one eye. Polyphemus woke up screaming, and when he called for the other